What is good, YouTube? What's you here with a video on Captain America, A Brave New World, aka Captain America 4. Is this the start of a new epic, iconic legacy of Captain America? We're going to go over some reviews and reactions from people who are basically telling you what is happening in the movie. Not really going to give any spoilers in this video because all the leaks we went over are basically true. So, yo. What is good, YouTube? What's you here? If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel DC Kaiju. What's diverse pop culture based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below how freaking excited are you for Captain America 4, because the Red Hulk's in the movie. Also, if you want to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful face, check us out on Instagram at WhooshJoe. I've also turned subscriptions on if you want to support me over there. And channel memberships are always on if you want to help support your boy. And check us out on Twitter, WhooshGG. Right, let's get into it. So, let's break it down. So, the first review is from HS Joe. I've only seen 30 minutes of Captain America, A Brave New World. And based on the reviews, I can guess why they didn't want me to speak about it. The action sequences are rough, kind of hard to follow with lots of cuts. A lot of cheesy dialogue too, though it did start to pick up once the plot started rolling. But of course, didn't actually see much past that. Watching the full thing tonight, so we will see if it gets any better. So why have I started with this review? Because this is from a TikToker in the UK who only got to see the 30 minutes of the movie over a week ago, and they didn't want him to talk about it, even on a social reaction, till 2 days, well, not really 2 days. It's already out in some places in Asia. Technically, you can watch it tomorrow night globally on an early preview. So I find it very odd that the UK event is not happening till the review embargo lifts, which is basically tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how people switch up on if they were so positive on their first reaction and then they switch up completely and, you know, didn't like it on the real review. Because as I've told you, I've been to over 30 of these events. I know exactly how getting access to early movies work. People are not always transparent. So let's go over a bunch. I know what you're going to say, I'm biased. No, I'm being actually unbiased here. So, my old buddy, Matt Ramos. God, I remember when we used to play Marvel Avengers on the PS4. Yo, what's he got to say? The real soups. Probably the biggest TikToker in the pop culture space. Usually, he's very positive about everything. I hate to say this, but Captain America, Brave New World was a big disappointment. Felt very empty, lacks the heart of a Captain America movie. The action is edited to death with thousands of cuts. The dialogue is very cheesy, weird-looking green screen, overcooked villains. Don't expect a lot of the Red Hulk either. This felt like it was supposed to be a Hulk movie that just shoehorns Sam as the lead. Interested. So, when everyone said they didn't do multiple reshoots, they didn't cut stuff, blah, 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 he literally says the action is edited to death, loads of jump cuts, literally kind of similar to what HS Joe said about lots of cuts, and he was only going on about the first 30 minutes. So let's go over some more. Griffin from Film Speak YouTube channel said this: really love the Incredible Hulk sequel, oh wait, Captain America, oh wait, a film that severely lacks focus and has about as much political insight as a government 101 class. Sam's story of being the Cap people can aspire to is lost in the mix and only played lip service. Big TV movie energy. Interesting. There's a lot of reviews. So, Scott Mendelson says, Captain America, Brave New World is a game changer for Phase 5 of the MCU. Mackie soars past the role of Falcon, cementing himself as the new Captain America. Ford puts his signature grunting and crankiness to great use as Ross and Red Hulk. Brave New World is like Falcon and Winter Soldier, but bigger and better because of the scope and scale of the big screen adventure. Interesting. So Josh Sweet said the following: finds the MCU back in fine form with a Winter Soldier thriller candidate parallel view. Mackie's future as the new captain shines incredibly bright. Bonus as you get to hear Harrison Ford say adamantium. Interesting. Mike Ryan, Captain America Brave New World seems to only exist to wrap up loose ends to the Incredible Hulk and Eternals. And in doing so, the plot is about as convoluted and dull as that all sounds. This should have been called Captain America Loose Ends. Damn, that's bad review. Zach Pope, Captain America Brave New World is a strong testament to why Sam Wilson was the right choice to carry the shield Mackie delivers his best performance yet. The action is entertaining and the story remains engaging. There are a few flaws that holds this back from being great though. I do find it interesting how a lot of these reactions are completely different. So Herb said, I only saw the first 30 minutes. Here are my thoughts. Absolute blast, all in one story. It checked so many boxes for me. Felt like an MCU movie where other projects actually mattered again. Lots of cohesiveness. Mackie rocks. Ford is great. Interesting. So big screen leaks and a non-account hides behind a fake alias. Saw the first 30 minutes 2 weeks ago. And for most part, I think I'm on board. Not fully sold on Sam Wilson, Torres dynamic yet in the same way Sam and Bucky work, but I think there's definitely potential there. Harrison Ford is phenomenal as Ross in the MCU debut and was easily the standout of the footage for me, along with the wonderful Espedita optimistically about the full movie, which I'm watching tomorrow. There seems to be a pattern of what everyone is saying here. So Jones vibes, Captain America Brave New World made me feel like I was watching the MCU again, and that's a good thing. Gritty, intense, packed with the Winter Soldier vibes. It's not without its flaws, feels a bit disjointed at times, but Anthony Mackie owns the shield, and Red Hulk is a beast. Strong start to a huge year for Marvel ahead. Pretty interesting. And before people say, yo, I'm picking out bad ones, I'm literally reading these from the HollywoodReporter.com and from the Twitter or X homepage. Jake Beffer, I thoroughly enjoyed Captain America Brave New World. It's nice to see a more straightforward story from the MCU. Anthony Mackie gives his best performance thus far, and Harrison Ford is a welcome addition. The action sequences are entertaining, but have some spotting CGIs at times. Interesting. Sean Chandler, fellow YouTuber, Captain America Brave New World, both met and exceeded my low expectations. You can feel the reshoots throughout the film. The main villain was a big miss, but this is the most cohesive MCU has felt since 2019. Sam has good chemistry with his partners, and it can deliver the feels. So the reviews are very mixed. Let's go over a few more. So a page called The Wong Update says this: Captain America Brave New World is a cinematic gem. It's an intense, thrilling ride from start to finish. It's a mix of Winter Soldier and The Dark Knight. The film keeps you on the edge for more until it climaxes in the best final act in recent years. Old Marvel is back on the menu. That's an interesting comment. Chris Parker, 3C Films, fellow YouTuber. Captain America Brave New World is an enjoyable watch with decent action sequences and some standout moments. However, it didn't quite hit the emotional narrative highs I was hoping for. Loved Mackie as Cap. I appreciate the more serious tone, but it did feel slightly empty, and he's not the first person to say that either. Grace Randolph, interesting. She's usually the harshest critic ever. I've seen Captain America Brave New World. A true Captain America movie, an excellent political thriller for adults, but also families, and a few surprises that stand out. Review embargo lists. Okay, so basically she's not saying much until she can talk about it properly. So that's it for the reviews, right? It's a mixed bag. Realistically, if you've followed the channel and if you've listened to the plot leaks, you basically know why the comments are the way they are, which is interesting. So I'm going to go watch it on Friday and just see, the Red Hulk smash Captain America. But it's really interesting. I do like going over reactions because I know at the same time that their reactions 9 out of 10 times will not be the same as the full-on review when they're allowed to talk about everything because obviously they sign an NDA. But yeah, that's interesting. Some interesting points. Interesting that Soups basically said the movie's not very good, and a few people said it's really good, and the general vibe is it's like okay, it's like a 5 out of 10. That's basically what I'm hearing from these comments. Felt very empty. There isn't much there. A Incredible Hulk sequel, which is never a good comment for a Captain America movie. So like always, guys, let us know what you think about the review reactions, because realistically, they don't really matter. It's your own opinion on the movie that only matters, but it's cool to go over stuff like this occasionally. So like always, guys, I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.